Hello, Just Too Good here, and today we're taking a look at the new LEGO The Dark Knight Batmobile Tumbler set, Batman vs. the Joker and Two-Face. This comes out January 1st, 2025. It was sent to me early by LEGO. It retails for $60 in the United States with 429 pieces. I love this new Two-Face figure, which is the highlight of the set. It's the first time we're getting Two-Face from the Dark Knight trilogy in LEGO form. In the design of this, might even be our first LEGO Aaron Eckhart. I love the half printing on the face and the torso. We do have an awesome new print for this coin piece, which is relevant to the movie. I love that print, which you do get two of in this set. And I love this entirely new hair piece. It's the only new piece of the DC January 2025 sets, and it came out amazing in its sculpting. You could use that for like some Zoomer influencers who are not so nice. Wannabe Chad hair, you could call it. But yeah, great printing at the front, and at the back, you even have some more printing on the torso and the back of the head. That looks awesome. I really want to see some minifig customizers use that as, like, I don't know, a gory minifigure face print or something. There's so much potential there. I love the design of the set's Heath Ledger Joker. This is the first one we're getting in this specific outfit since, I think, 2014. So it's been quite a bit since we've gotten this design for Heath Ledger Joker. The torso print is ever so slightly different from that 2014 D2C Tumbler set. The face print is the same one from the 2021 D2C Tumbler set, which had the vest design for the torso. I love the printing there and how he has slightly different eyes from other LEGO minifigures. He does have the classic $100 bill print, which, you know, that's just nostalgic for me. And you can see some back torso printing, which is new, as well as an alternate face print. Again, this same face was in the 2021 Tumbler set. The Batman minifigure is a new design for 2025, ever so slightly. You see that torso print is just slightly different from the Tumbler in 2021. You could really, like, not even notice it right away. You gotta look at that belt part right there and little corner designs. Even then, I'm like, am I sure this is different? But you could definitely see with that center belt part there. It's really not even that notable of a change. There are differences in the pieces they use, but they're not exactly exclusive pieces. Where we have that newish rubbery Batman cape piece. I do like the design of that in theory. I don't know what I prefer though, the original paperish capes, the cloth capes, or this design. Regardless, there is some printing at the back of the torso, which you could see there. And then at this cowl piece, this is a new one that was also introduced last year, where we have that white design for the cowl on the eyes. I don't know, I kind of wish, since this is the Dark Knight Trilogy Batman, that they didn't use the white on the eyes. And I've been saying this for years. I get it though, if you had the cowl piece removed and they just had eye printing underneath, it would look kind of creepy because they would have to space out the eyes quite a bit. But yeah, the design of the face print is nothing new though. And we've seen this used for some Batman before. It's hard to look at this Tumbler from the Dark Knight and not compare it to the Batman Begins Tumbler from a few years back. This was a 2021 set. I gotta admit, there's one panel missing at the back here, which I've lost, but I do love this set. You could see that the Batman Begins Tumbler is a bigger build than the Dark Knight Tumbler. Usually I like sleekness, but I actually think this has a little bit more details than this set, and I think the size of this is better than the size of this set. The thing is, this was a 422-piece set, but this was a 429-piece set. But keep in mind, this didn't come with a bat signal or any side builds. And it only came with 2 minifigures. It was $40. This is a $60 set. So there's already some comparisons there that are frustrating. Notice how the Batman Begins Tumbler has some stickers at the side which bring out more of those yellow colors, which are present on the vehicle in both of those films. And this one has a lot less stickers. I wish they were prints, but I wouldn't mind those details on this new version. There's also a flame in this new version, while the original one did not have a flame from my understanding. I don't think that's just a piece I lost. That's an addition that I guess is a win for the new set, but it's not like the flame piece is hard to find or anything like that. You can see how the back wheels are so much bigger in this Batman Begins version, while the back wheels in this one are a lot smaller. Same with the front wheels. Slightly different designs on that front sticker. And you can definitely see the downsizing with how this uses a 4 wide windscreen while the Batman Begins one uses a 6 wide windscreen. As for the cockpits, understandably the new one is a lot tighter without that 6 wide windscreen base right there. But let's get to the build of this new one on its own. And the design of this is still a nice interpretation of the vehicle from the film. Just hurts when you compare the two versions back to back. You do have, like I pointed out earlier, a sticker at the front right here, which is the only sticker on the exterior of this whole vehicle. You also have lots of clipped pieces. So you have some clipped pieces for these panels at the side, much like the one from Batman Begins. But you also have these clipped pieces, which have those brick pieces. This was also similar to the design of the side from the Batman Begins mobile. Unlike the Batman Begins mobile, they have a play feature at the side of these stud shooters. You know how those work. I do feel like, yeah, the Batman Begins set is better in this regard because I don't really need stud shooters on the side of a Tumbler. I'm good. But I get it. This is a set for kids first and foremost. This isn't an 18 plus set. I do like the shaping of the side still. The Batman Begins one is a lot sleeker though, if you ask me. This has a lot more studs showing. And like I said, at the back, you have a flame popping out. There's some flaps at the back as well. Which the Batman Begins one has much better guard pieces used, which are also clipped on. It's a very tight build, and it is, again, sleeker than the one from the Batman Begins mobile. A lot less gold showing. You do have some gold clips showing at the back, and also these gold pieces at the front. One thing I will say that I like better, in theory, is the roof right here. This is a lot sleeker and doesn't have so much stud showing. I will say the quality of this panel piece is just really poor. You can see how that already has like scuff marks on it and everything. It was just like, wow, dang, Lego's piece quality has gone down recently. Regardless, you could open up this cockpit just like this. And I have Batman inside where he sits pretty snugly on one of those 2x2s where you have studs on one side and no studs on another side. Again, stickered double cheese slopes. Only a one-seater though, which is quite unfortunate. You do have a stick on this side and a steering wheel at the front, so it's a little bit more understandable on how he controls this thing than some recent sets. You also have a clip for the Batarang at the back there. This one uses a sticker, which I hate putting on stickers on circular tiles because, as you can see, they're ever so slightly misaligned. It's hard to put those on with correct alignment. I guess I really got to use that sticker sheet trick or the X-Acto knife trick. It's not a big deal though. I just wish that was a printed piece. That glue in the dark, because I mean, you got a little bit of that glow in the dark coloring in the middle there, but it doesn't actually glow in the dark. This twists around with how that's positioned with some Technic pins, but you could also move it around on this little 4x4 swivel right there, so that's nice. And we have a little switch at the side as well as a button at the side. I will say the box of the set kicks butt. I love this frame they have going on at the front there of it bursting through the wall. That's great. You even got that Return of the Dark Knight kind of logo in the corner. And I say logo, but I mean key art that I'm remembering they're using like the Joker ice cream set and stuff like that. But hey, looking at that art of the outfit from that movie, hello, he has eyes there. Come on, stop with the whiteness of the eyes in the actual minifigure. Then at the back, you have some different shots of the set. As for the instructions, at the very end, there are no advertisements whatsoever. So overall, I love the idea of this set. Thank you, Lego, for going back and giving us great sets on superhero movies we don't get too many sets from. I mean, they're doing a Spider-Verse set for the first time. This is a set from the Dark Knight, which we don't get too many sets on the Dark Knight trilogy, especially on the cheaper side. But when you look at recent sets from the Dark Knight trilogy on the cheaper side, you see the Batman Begins Batmobile. And comparing that to the set really makes this set feel like an overpriced set that is kind of a downgrade. This is a $60 set with 7 more pieces than that set at 429 pieces. First off, this should not be $60. This should be $40 like that Batman Begins tumbler. The sizing and everything included makes sense for that. It's downsized from the tumbler in that set, and it's noticeable in its downsizing. I like a lot of the designs of that tumbler a little bit more with how they have some sticker details that are missing here, would have been cool with their prints, but that's still there. And even the inside cockpit is a 2-seater. This is a 1-seater using 4 wide windscreens. So hey, this has an extra minifigure and it has a bat signal. That's a little bit more in its value than that other set, but again, a downsize in the sizing of that Batmobile. The design of this tumbler just feels a little bit too compact. I like sleekness, but it feels like they're skimping out on the sizing in this set. I do feel like the minifigure selection is a great selection. Two-Face is one of my favorite minifigures of January 2025. This isn't like the worst set at $60, but I do think it's a set that you should probably wait for to go on sale to get it. I feel like that original Batman Begins tumbler is just a better set. With all things considered, I'd rate this set a 6 out of 10. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you feel like it's overpriced, or am I being too hard? Am I comparing this too much to a set from 4 years ago at the time of this releasing? Subscribe here for more LEGO news and commentary, and thanks again for LEGO for sending me this to review. I'll see you later. Peace out. Bye.